And welcome to Chicago Bulls Insider, as we are going to be doing a live call for the game. And so thank you for tuning in today. And just want to thank everybody for liking, subscribing, and following the channel. And so make sure you do, as we talk nothing but daily Chicago Bulls basketball. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump into it as we are waiting for the start here of the game, as the introductions have just ended. The teams are now set to go ahead and tip the basketball off. I will be doing play-by-play. I'll also be checking in on the chat as we go along as well. And so I want to thank everybody for tuning in here for our first live stream. So here we go. And there's the tip, and it looks like that the Chicago Bulls have won it. Modest Buzelis coming across the midcourt line. Now he's at the top of the key, guarded by A.J. Green. And then here's a handoff to Giddey inside, passes it over to Vooch. Good ball movement to Isaac Okoro. His three is off the mark, and it is rebounded inside here by Green. And here comes the Milwaukee Bucks quickly up to the front court, directing traffic at this point. Here's Giannis at the top of the key, working on Okoro around a screen by Turner. Still looking inside for Turner. Good steal from Okoro. Here comes the Chicago Bulls on the fast break. The look ahead to Modest Buzelis for a nice wraparound layup, 2-0. Chicago's up with 11-12 to go here in the first quarter. So here come the Milwaukee Bucks. Passing it around top of the key, around a screen from Miles Turner, dumps it down into Giannis, and he's fouled inside by Isaac Okoro. So the lineups right now, we got Gary Trent Jr., you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then you have Miles Turner, A.J. Green, and then Ryan Rollins, I believe that's out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis's first free throw attempt, it is off the mark. Here's Giannis setting up for his second free throw. Bulls up 2-0. Modest Buzelis with the score. Here's Giannis. Second shot is up, and it's good. So 2-1. Chicago with the early lead. So here comes Josh Giddey up the court, guarded by Rollins. Across the midcourt line, around a Vucevic screen, dribbles in. Off the glass, it's rejected by Miles Turner. Quickly ahead for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Rollins at the top of the key, crossing it over. Step back three on Vooch. It's off the mark. Rebound inside to Trey Jones. Here comes Trey Jones up ahead quickly to Buzelis. Hesitation, and he is fouled by A.J. Green. Nice little move from Modest Buzelis. He tries to mix up A.J. Green early. So here's the inbounds pass over to Josh Giddey, around a screen behind the back to Vooch, over to the right corner to Modest Buzelis. He'll kick it over to the left side to Trey Jones, drive it in. He has nothing. Back to Modest Buzelis, driving in. His layup is up and good. A nice start from Modest Buzelis. A quick 4 points for him as he's 2 of 2. Here comes Giannis, full head of speed or off the screen at the mid-range. Step back jump shot, no good. And it looks like that there's a foul inside on Isaac Okoro. I believe that's a quick 2 for him. Or that's his first, actually. So excuse me there. He didn't get the first foul against Giannis. Got D-Law in the comments. Modest is being aggressive, excuse me. He scored again. You're absolutely right. I'm with you on that. Okay, so yeah, the first foul was on Modest Buzelis, guys. I thought that it was on Isaac Okoro. So I thought he had two as well, just listening to the broadcast here. So it looks like that Isaac Okoro is coming off the floor at this point in time. And we have an early substitution as Patrick Williams is in. Here's Gary Trent Jr., his step back three, no good. Rebound to Vucevic, ahead to Trey Jones, working on Miles Turner. Back out to Josh Giddey at the top of the key, around a screen from Vooch, a skip pass over to the right corner to Patrick Williams. Now back out to Josh Giddey, around a screen. He's got two on him. He has nothing. Oh, turnaround shot off the glass and good. A nice play from Josh Giddey, showing patience right there as Ryan Rollins, his defender, fell down and he was able to knock it off the glass. Here comes the Bucks quickly ahead. Inside pass to Giannis. It's tipped away. It's a steal. Here comes the Bulls. Trey Jones up ahead. He doesn't have anything. Kicks it back for Vooch. His three way off the mark. And it's a rebound here for the Milwaukee Bucks now. 8-1, the early lead for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Gary Trent Jr. banging it off the glass. He has nothing. A contest from Modest Buzelis. He's got the rebound now and bringing it up for the Bulls with 8:54 to go. Top of the key now to Josh Giddey. The Bulls 3 of 6 at this point. The Bucks 0 of 5 and a quick dump down to Modest Buzelis as he lays it off the glass. And he's got a quick 6. And the Chicago Bulls off to a hot start in Milwaukee. A timeout on the floor. Man, that was a good start here for the Chicago Bulls. Up 8-1. So, yeah, they did go ahead and charge that second personal foul to Isaac Okoro. I thought he definitely fouled Giannis on that first play, but, yeah, they went ahead and gave him that personal foul. So he does have two personal fouls now. Thus, that's why Patrick Williams is coming to the game early here. Hey, Giannis is on a tear. 3 of 3 already, 6 quick points. I love the way that he's scoring at this point, too. Nice dump down from Josh Giddey. Offense is kind of flowing at this point. So good stuff here from the Bulls. All right, guys. And so we're out of the timeout at this point in time. The Chicago Bulls off to a very hot start right now in Milwaukee. So some good offense. All right, so here comes the Milwaukee Bucks. Looks like Ryan Rollins with the basketball. The Bucks 0 of 5 from the field. Good defense right now from Trey Jones. Trying to back down is Rollins. Back out to Giannis, top of the key, over to the right wing to Rollins around a screen, guarded by Trey Jones. Kicked out to AJ Green. Wide open shot, knocked down. The Milwaukee Bucks score from downtown as it is 8-4. 8:31 to go here in the first quarter. Here comes Trey Jones off a pin down. Now back to Josh Giddey. Swings it over to the right wing to Monis Mazelis. Dumps it down to Vooch. He skips it to Patrick Williams. Back out to Giddey. His shot is off. Rebound inside to Monis Mazelis to a cutting Giddey. Back out to the top of the key for Trey Jones's three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Mazelis. And now he kicks it down into Vooch. Back out to Trey Jones. Little two-man game. Back into Vooch, and it looks like that there is a foul on Ryan Rollins, trying to get position there on Nikola Vucevic. That's a good recognition for the Chicago Bulls going into the mismatch down low. So here's the inbounds pass up to Josh Giddey. He'll swing it over to Mazelis. Back to now Vooch. Back to the right wing to Mazelis. Now top of the key to Josh Giddey. Around the screen initially, kicks it back out to Vooch. Top of the key jumper is nothing but net. 10-4. Bulls up 7:45 to go. Here comes Giannis and the Bucks. Guarded by Vooch. Kicking it over to Rollins. It looks like Kevin Huerter's checked into the game. Good defense, but better offense as Rollins is able to step back and knock down the shot to make it 10-6. Here comes the Bulls. Spinning ahead is Mazelis, and he dribbles it out of bounds. A turnover there for the Bulls. Here comes the Milwaukee Bucks up now. Here's Giannis kicking it over to the left wing to Rollins. His three-point shot is off the mark. Rebound inside to Patrick Williams. Here comes Josh Giddey crossing it over, going hard to the rim, and it is off the mark. He just laid it up a bit too hard off the glass. Here comes the Milwaukee Bucks up quickly. Giannis going to the basket and lost it. It is a turnover for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bulls get the basketball back. 10-6 still, 7:04 to go in the first quarter. Here comes Josh Giddey across the half-court line, 18 on the shot clock, around a screen from Vooch, kicking it over to the right wing to Huerter, looking inside for Vooch. He doesn't have anything, puts the basketball on the deck, crosses it over, going at Miles Turner, up and under move is up and off the rim. It's rebounded inside by Giannis, and here comes the Bucks again. A.J. Green around a screen from Miles Turner. His three is in and out. And a rebound from Vooch. And here comes Josh Giddey up the court now. Looks like he spins in, dribbles. Looks like there was some contact, no call. Kicks it top of the key to Vooch, and he knocks down a three. 13-6. The Bulls off to a great start here in Milwaukee. 6:18 to go. And here comes the Milwaukee Bucks back up the court. And here's Gary Trent Jr. kicking it over to Giannis now, as he kicks it back out to Gary Trent Jr. for three. His shot is off the mark, and here's Monis Mazelis. He's got the rebound, coming up quickly, crosses it over, kicks it out to Vooch at the top of the key, fakes the screen, back inside to Vooch. His up and under, no call, a lot of contact, but it's a turnover. Here comes the Bucks. Quickly ahead is Giannis. His layup off the glass, no good, but the Bucks get a call and headed to the line. Man, I can't believe they didn't call the call on Vooch there. It looked like that there was a ton of contact at the other end, but Vooch doesn't get the call. And then the Bucks come right back down, and Giannis gets the call. And I don't think I've seen too much of anything right there, as Patrick Williams looks like he might have moved just slightly here. But still, I don't think that was enough for the call, but he'll be heading to the free throw line here. So 13-6. Giannis has already split a pair earlier in the first quarter. So 5:51 to go. His first shot is up, and it is good. So now 13-7 as the Chicago Bulls on top of the Milwaukee Bucks here with 5:40 to go. So it looks like that they're saying that Giannis is already drew three fouls here so far in this game. And so he makes the second, and so he's 2 of 2 on this trip. And here comes the Chicago Bulls up the court. Here's Josh Giddey crossing over behind his back, going to the rim, floaters up, and good. A nice play from Josh Giddey, continuing to be aggressive and getting downhill. Nice play there. So here comes Milwaukee back up the court quickly. Skip ahead, and it's a cross court to Rollins, and he knocks down a three. It looks like that perhaps here Cole Anthony's perhaps checked in the game, and he has. And so he's guarding Kevin Huerter. as the ball is now in Josh Giddey's hands. He's waiting on Manis Buzelis to come around the screen. He's on the right wing. His step back, nothing. Fakes the shot, kicks it inside to Vooch. It's tipped around, knocked away. Milwaukee's got the steal. Here comes Giannis, full head of steam, up the court, going hard at Giddey. Shot is off, and it is a rebound to the Chicago Bulls. No call. Here comes Patrick Williams barreling in, and he draws the foul. 15-11, Patrick Williams, full head of steam going right at the rim. And so Giannis does not get the call. And look, man, Josh Giddey holds his ground, takes the contact, and is able to get his hands on the ball here, causing the miss. And then Patrick Williams coming back down the other end, attacking the Milwaukee Bucks. And it looks like that they call the blocking foul here on AJ Green. And so looks like that we are headed to a timeout. And so the Bulls up 15-11. Milwaukee starting to hit some jumpers right now, but the Chicago Bulls, they are off to a very good start here in Milwaukee. So just some of the scores here so far. As far as the box scores, we see that Giannis has 3 points. He has a rebound. He's been very active thus far. He's getting to the free throw line at this point. He's 3 of 4 there, 75%. So far, too, I think another player that has been pretty active right now has been Ryan Rollins. And so he has 5 points. He has a rebound. He has an assist as well. For the Chicago Bulls, Manis Buzelis has gotten off to a great start. He's got a quick 6 points. He's hitting the rebounds as well. And so he's got a quick 4. Josh Giddey has 4 as well. And he's already got 4 assists. And then Nikola Vucevic, it seems like he's off to a pretty good start as well. He's got a quick 5 and 2 rebounds. Once again, the Bulls up 15-11. This is cup play today as the Chicago Bulls are on the road against the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, some other notes here for the Chicago Bulls. Right now, they are 1 of 5 from deep. You have Milwaukee. They are currently, looks like that they are 2 of 7 from deep at this point in time. So that's what we're looking at as far as the 3-point percentages or 3-point makes, misses. Find our turnovers here. Turnovers, Milwaukee 3. And then we got the Chicago Bulls here at 3 as well. So we're just now coming out of the timeout at this point, 15-11. And yes, it is good to see Ayo Dosunmu back. I'm with you, D-Law. So let's see if he can come in and continue to do what he's been doing for the Chicago Bulls, which is just giving terrific energy off the bench. It's been huge here in closing time, too. And so Bulls basketball, here's Vooch, top of the key. Now he'll kick it over to the left wing to Josh Giddey. He skips it back to the left wing over to Kevin Huerter. His 3-point shot is up and good. As Kevin Huerter knocks down one, it is 18-11. The Chicago Bulls off to a good start here. And so here we go. Here comes Milwaukee, top of the key at this point in time. Here's Cole Anthony working on Patrick Williams. Doesn't have anything. Tosses it back to Turner. Now back to Turner. And it looks like that it is a foul call there at the top of the key here. So maybe a bit of a reach in. So I believe that is Ayo Dosunmu that they call the foul on it. So nice play here from Josh Giddey and Kevin Huerter, just being shot ready, kicks it over to the left wing, and he's able to knock down the 3, no hesitation. One of the things that Kevin Huerter has been doing well is just coming in and just being assertive. And so here we go, Milwaukee with the inbounds pass, Cole Anthony around a screen from Miles Turner, kicking it over to the right corner. Now the Bucks will skip it over to the left. Three-point shot is up, and it is off here. I believe that is Kuzma who misses that. And so here comes Patrick Williams, crossover, kicking it over to Kevin Huerter. Now they will skip it over to Trey Jones, waiting for Huerter to clear around a screen. Back to Patrick Williams, right wing three. It's up and no good. A rebound in here from Kuzma. And so here come the Bucks quickly ahead. They've got a run out and a nice dunk right here from the Milwaukee Bucks. That's a good finish here. I believe that is Amir Kofi that finishes that. Or Amir Coffey who finishes that. And so here comes the Chicago Bulls back up the court, crossover, step back. Kevin Huerter, no good, tipped around, and it's kicked out to Ayo Dosunmu. His straightaway three is nothing but the bottom of the net. So 21-13, the Bulls up. Here comes Miles Turner. His shot from deep is good, and he answers right back with a three of his own. A little bit of a breakdown here for the Bulls off of that screen action. So 21-16, the Chicago Bulls are up. And so here's Patrick Williams at the left wing, now to Jalen Smith, who's entered. And a little miscommunication as he throws it out of bounds. Looked like that he was looking for Ayo Dosunmu to go back door. He breaks to the top of the wing, and he throws it out of bounds here. And so a turnover for the Chicago Bulls with 2:57 to go. Patrick Williams headed back to the bench now as we'll see who subbed in for him. And so Milwaukee basketball, 2:57 to go. Bulls up. And so Isaac Okoro is back on the court. And so remember, he has two quick fouls. And so here comes, I believe, Cole Anthony across the half-court line, now around a screen from Turner, looking to dump it down to him. Good hands from Trey Jones. It's knocked away. Here comes the Bulls up quickly. Ahead to Huerter, to Jalen Smith. A nice reverse. 23-16, 2:34 to go. The Bulls are up on top of the Bucks here early. So 8 assists to the 4 for the Bucks. Here's Cole Anthony. Fakes the shot, steps in, kicks it over to the right corner to Coffey. He has nothing, kicking it down to Miles Turner, jumps into a Jalen Smith, and it looked like initially he was going to get the call, but the refs say that he jumped into him and initiated the contact, and so it is an offensive foul on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bulls are able to get the basketball back. That's good to see from Jalen Smith, because if you watch that last game against the Philadelphia 76ers, he didn't have too many that went his way, especially when he was getting fouled on like a tip in and things like that. He didn't get to the free throw line. And so good to see that the calls are going his way this game. And so here come the Chicago Bulls up the court. Here's Trey Jones. It looks like that the Bucks are in a little bit of a zone right now. And so Trey Jones at the top of the key kicks it over to the left wing, now middle of the floor to Jalen Smith. Wide open shot for Trey Jones at the top of the key. And it's rebounded inside to Kuzma. And here he comes down the court, kicking it over to the corner to Cole Anthony. His three is off the mark. And Bobby Portis, who's just come in the game, rebounds it back out to Kuzma. And he's dumping it down inside to Giannis. His spin and up and no good, tipped around. And some terrific defense for the Chicago Bulls, as that's Isaac Okoro that was down there, and he didn't foul him. And so right now the Bulls doing a great job as far as walling up Giannis. Even though he's getting to the free throw line, it's been tough for him thus far. So 5 of 17 for the Bucks, 10 of 20 for the Bulls. So here we go, a minute 36 to go. Here comes Giannis. He's got the ball now on the inbounds pass. He dips in on Okoro, goes up for the layup and tipped around, but still the resistance is there, but Giannis is able to get back into the play and knock it in. So 23-18 for the Chicago Bulls now. So here they come. They have the ball. They have it at the top of the key with Trey Jones. He fakes it like he's going to pass it inside, crosses over, working on Kuzma, baseline, kicks it over to Okoro, back to Jalen Smith now. Hesitation, lets the defender fly by. His three is off the mark. Okoro hustling, gets the board back. Kevin Huerter, three-point shot from the right wing, no good. Tipped around, and it is a rebound here from the Milwaukee Bucks. And so here comes Cole Anthony up the court, as he'll slow it down with 48 seconds to go, setting it up 15 on the shot clock. It's him and Giannis at the top of the key. Here he is around a screen from Giannis, working on Trey Jones. Back to Giannis, and a slam. And a nice play from Cole Anthony, leaving it for Giannis as he attacks the rim. So here come the Chicago Bulls back. 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. back over to Ayo Dosunmu, and it looks like the Bucks are, in fact, into a bit of a 2-3 zone. Here's Trey Jones attacking that zone. His floater is up and good. Trey Jones, a tough finish inside. That's what Trey Jones does. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter, 25-20. The Chicago Bulls are up. And so here comes Cole Anthony now, 13 on the clock, 10 on the shot clock. And so waiting on Giannis around the screen, doesn't have anything, and it's knocked away from Kevin Huerter. Looks like that he was trying to get it over to the corner here to Coffee, but it is knocked away by Kevin Huerter. So good defense there. So let's see if the Bulls can close out. 5 seconds to go here, 5.2 seconds to go, 4.7 on the shot clock. Ayo Dosunmu is guarding the inbounds pass. So here we go. Bucks inbounding it. Cole Anthony's got it around a Portis screen. His three is up and good. A nice play from Cole Anthony to end the quarter for the Bucks. Wow, he didn't have too much time. He didn't have too much space. Didn't hesitate. Came off a Portis screen at the top of the key and knocks it down. So 25-23, 1.8 to go. Quick inbounds pass to Trey Jones. He just launches it up. It hits the back iron. Pretty good miss there from Trey Jones. And so the Bulls close out the quarter up 25-23. And so after a hot start from the Chicago Bulls, the Milwaukee Bucks climbed their way back into the game. But a good start here for the Chicago Bulls. Was really looking for their response after coming back from that Philadelphia 76ers game after being down by 24 points. And so a good response here from the Chicago Bulls. And so some of the notes here from the first quarter, you have Giannis, who has 7 points. He has 2 rebounds in this one. You have Miles Turner, who has 3. AJ Green has 3. And then still Ryan Rollins with 5. Cole Anthony just knocked down a 3. Amir Coffey has 2. And then you have Kuzma, who came into the game. He has 2 rebounds here and then so for the Chicago Bulls, Isaac Okoro, just a rebound and a steal. Buzelis still with that 6 and 4. Vucevic 5 and 2, 4 and 5 for Giddey. So he's already got the 5 assists there. And then you see Trey Jones, 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Off the bench, Patrick Williams has 2, 3 for Huerter, 3 for Dosunmu, 2 for Jalen Smith, and 2 rebounds to go along with 1 assist at this point in time. The Bulls, as far as the turnovers here in the first quarter, so 4 for them. For the Milwaukee Bucks here, it looks like that they have 5 turnovers. And so 4-5, the Milwaukee Bucks lead in that category. And so let's see if the Bulls can just withstand this run here from the Milwaukee Bucks. They've been on a little bit of a tear here to end out the first quarter. Appreciate you, Jeff. Man, I'm be going back and forth between the comments and the play-by-play as well, man. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, working the scoreboard too as well. So we're at a timeout right now. It's the end of the first quarter. The Chicago Bulls up again 25-23. I think that some of the notes here is just, I love the activity from Modest Buzelis early on. I think that the offense that he's getting, he's not forcing it. I'm liking just what we're seeing from Giddey, the court vision and everything else. I think that his attacks have been good thus far. And Vooch, look, he's sliding right in there. He's steady, like we always talk about. I mean, he's just finding his spots. And so I think he had a great, kind of trail 3-point shot as well. He's finding ways to go ahead and just pick his spots really throughout this season early on. And so we're seeing that with him. And then with Isaac Okoro, look, I know he's got an early 2 fouls, but I did like some of the stuff that I saw here in the first quarter with him coming back, not picking up another foul. And again, you just want to make it difficult on Giannis. You're not going to necessarily stop him. You want to slow him down. And so 47.8% from the field for the Bulls, 36.4% for the Bucks, as the Bucks have been to the free throw line too. 3 of 4 is what they're shooting there from the free throw line. And so the Bulls have not been there yet. And so here comes Cole Anthony around a screen from Portis, guarded by Trey Jones. His floater is up and it is no good, but rebounded by Cole Anthony. And he kicks it over to Kuzma, and he's trying to kick it into Giannis. And it looks like that they are going to get Isaac Okoro for his 3rd foul. There's a little wraparound foul as he was trying to get position over the top of Giannis. Looks like that he may have reached in and kind of pushed him down, but I'm not necessarily seeing that. It looks like that two players were really just battling for the basketball. I thought initially he might have hooked him. I'm not seeing it, but they call the foul here. And so Giannis drawing another foul. And so this is tough to see what is going to happen now as Isaac Okoro, he's got three personals. So he's on the bench, and the Bulls bring in Ayo Dosunmu and Patrick Williams here. And so here's a quick three from Bobby Portis knocking it down. And so the Milwaukee Bucks have their first lead of the ball game, 26-25. Let's see what the Bulls do. And so here's Ayo Dosunmu, top of the key, crossing it over on Cole Anthony. He doesn't have anything. Now he's back to Kevin Huerter, around a screen from Jalen Smith. He has nothing. Hesitation, fadeaway shot on the baseline. It looks like that it is blocked by Bobby Portis. Here come the Bucks racing up the court. Here's Giannis backing in on Patrick Williams, double coming, kicks it back out to Portis. Open three, right wing, no good. Tipped around, and it's rebounded inside from Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter quickly up to Trey Jones, kicks it into Jalen Smith, pump fakes, and he gets Cole Anthony up in the air and draws the foul. So a nice attack off the miss here. So Trey Jones, a nice little dump down to Jalen Smith, takes his time, and he gets Cole Anthony in the air and draws the foul. And so he'll be heading to the free throw line here. So 25-26, the Bucks just took their first lead of the evening. And Jalen Smith misses the first free throw. And so still 26-25, 10:52 to go, second quarter. If you're just joining us, the Chicago Bulls got off to a great start, and the Milwaukee Bucks just took their first lead here in the second quarter. But the Bulls off to a good start. And so let's see if they can hold on as the Milwaukee Bucks have responded to this early push from the Chicago Bulls. And Jalen Smith makes his second free throw to knot us up at 26, 10:46 to go in the second quarter. Here comes Cole Anthony around a screen, a switch to Patrick Williams now guarding him. Now they'll kick it over to Coffey, and Coffey's up, and his shot is off the rim as he got around a screen. Didn't go down, and it's rebounded now by the Chicago Bulls. Here comes Josh Giddey up the court. He doesn't have anything. He'll kick it now back out to Patrick Williams. Left wing, hesitation, driving in on Portis, backing down. His turnaround hook shot, no good, and it's a rebound from Giannis. And here comes Giannis now. He'll kick it over to the corner to Cole Anthony. His three is in and out, and it is a rebound from Patrick Williams. Here's Giddey quickly ahead to Ayo Dosunmu, crossing over, gets it knocked away, and it's a steal from Milwaukee. 3-on-2. Here's Giannis going at the rim, and he'll pass it down to Kuzma, and he lays it up off the glass. It is 28-26. Here comes Josh Giddey up the court now. He's attacking on the baseline, doesn't have anything. Back out to the left wing. Here's Patrick Williams, top of the key. His three straight on, good. As the Chicago Bulls answer back 29-28, the pace is picked up, 9:37 to go here in the second. Here comes the Milwaukee Bucks, 16 on the shot clock. Bobby Portis at the top of the key, looking for a screen, doesn't have anything. Backing down on Ayo Dosunmu. He'll kick it back out to Kuzma. Kuzma kicks it to the left wing, and a three-point shot from Cole Anthony is off the mark. And here comes Modest Buzelis after grabbing another rebound on the attack. Modest Buzelis into the chest of Kuzma, off the glass, and a nice play from Modest Buzelis as he is off to a very good start. Modest Buzelis 4-4, 8 points so far, as it is now 31-28. Here comes Giannis down the lane for a two-handed jam off a screen. 31-30 at this point, 8:46 to go in the second. Here's Giddey around a screen from Jalen Smith. His turnaround shot in the lane, up and good. As it is now 33-30, 8:36 to go. Here comes Giannis, top of the key, gets the switch now with Jalen Smith. He's at the three-point line. He'll settle for three. His shot badly missed, and a rebound here from Josh Giddey, telling everybody to go down the court quickly. Working on Kuzma, kicks it over to the right wing, three-point shot. Ayo Dosunmu off the mark, and it is a rebound inside to Coffey. And so here come the Milwaukee Bucks. Here comes Cole Anthony as he is quickly fouled, and the ref, I believe, is saying it is on the ground here. And so no shots coming. 33-30, 8:08 to go. So, yeah, that was a nice little screen action here at the top of the key that got Giannis free for that dunk there. So, a nice screen between Bobby Portis and Giannis. But that is really what Giannis has been looking to do in this game is just get downhill. And so there's not too many shots that he's been settling for it. So, here's the inbounds pass for the Bucks. Here's Portis handing it off to Cole Anthony. He'll kick it down to Portis at the free throw line. Now back out to the right wing to Miles Turner. His three-point shot is up and good as it is now 33-33, 7:51 to go. Giddey quickly up the court, kicks it back to Jalen Smith. Crossover, working on Turner. Off the glass, left-hand layup is good. A nice play from Sticks, 35-33, 7:36 to go. Here comes Cole Anthony around a screen from Portis, crossing it over in between his legs, free throw, working on the Montes Buzelis and floats it over him. And so he's at the free throw line, got to Montes Buzelis' right, and then throws up a floater that goes in. Here's Jalen Smith, wide open three, no good, tipped around and a rebound for the Milwaukee Bucks. And here's Cole Anthony trying to kick it into Kyle Kuzma, and it looks like that they believe a kick ball here. So 35-35 at this point. Here's Cole Anthony. He's at the left wing now, and he'll dump it down into Miles Turner, working on Dalen Terry, 1-on-1. Here comes the double from Montes Buzelis. He'll knock it away, kicked it back out to Kuzma for three, straight on, and it's good. So 38-35 at this point. Milwaukee is up. Here's Giddey dumping it inside to Vooch. He'll kick it over to the right wing to Montes Buzelis. Lines up a three for himself, and that's good. So 38-38, 6:36 to go. Montes Buzelis, 5 of 5 from the field for the Chicago Bulls. And so here comes Cole Anthony around a series of screens, dribbling in. He jumps, throws up a floater, and it is no good. Rebounded inside from to Montes Buzelis. And so Montes Buzelis quickly ahead. The Bulls skip it to the corner for an open shot to Julian Phillips, and he's not able to hit there from the left side of the floor. It was a deep three-point shot. So now here comes the Milwaukee Bucks up the court, quickly ahead. Here's Miles Turner dribbling in. His up and under layup is good to make it 40-38. Looks like that we have a timeout on the floor at this point in time. 6:01 to go in the game, or the second quarter, I should say. All right, guys. And so just looking at some of the stats at this point in time, we got Giannis has got 9 points, got 3 rebounds. He's got 2 assists. He's got a steal as well. You got Miles Turner. He's come alive here, I think, in this, end of the first, second quarter. Right now, he's got 8 points. He's got 2 rebounds as well, 2 steals, and he's 3 of 3 from the field. So everything he's putting up, he's making at this point in time. You got Ryan Rollins still at the 5 points. I think Cole Anthony, even though he's not scoring the basketball necessarily, I think that his activity's been pretty good. So 3 assists to go along with those 5 points. And so I think that that's kind of been a little bit of an energy boost for the Milwaukee Bucks. Kuzma's come in and he's got a couple points as well. He's got 5 and 2. And so that is the stats here for the Milwaukee Bucks. As far as the Chicago Bulls, you have Josh Giddey at 6 points. He's got 6 assists. He's also got 1 rebound. He's 3 of 6 from the field at this point, 0 of 1 from deep. Vooch still at 5 points. Say the story of the night so far for the Chicago Bulls has been Montes Buzelis. He's got 11 points, but the activity on the board so far, and so he's already got 6 boards thus far, and so doing a great job as far as clearing out those defensive rebounds and making sure that Milwaukee's not getting any second chance opportunities. Isaac Okoro, he's been in trouble as far as the fouls are concerned. And so he's sitting on the bench with 3. If you're just tuning in, that's the story with him. Patrick Williams come in. He's knocked down a deep 3-point shot. He's also got 3 rebounds as well. Had a nice foul draw in this one too. I like how he just kind of barreled in and got the foul call. And so that was good to see. Kevin Huerter came in, knocked down a 3-point shot as well. And you got Jalen Smith. I think he's showing some pretty good activity here. So 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. I believe he's riding on a streak where it's 5 of the last 6 games he's been in double figures. And so Jalen Smith been pretty active. We knew that he was going to get his opportunities, especially with Zach Collins being out, Billy Donovan trusting him. And so this is exactly what you're seeing, with the rewarded trust here from Jalen Smith. And so I think he's hooping pretty well. So 40-38. I feel like that the Milwaukee Bucks have just really answered this run. They're pressing the Bulls at this point in time, but let's see what the response is for this team. This is something that we talk about often with this team, is just really how are you going to respond? And so far they're doing a great job, I think, as far as responding. And so here we go. So Modest Buzelis now on the bench, and the play is getting ready to start. And so let's see what happens here. So 5:58 to go. Here comes the Chicago Bulls with the basketball, and it looks like a bit of a zone to Milwaukee again. A reverse layup baseline for Julian Phillips is off the mark, and so yes, the Bucks are certainly in a 2-3 zone. It looks like, and so here comes AJ Green around a screen from Sims. He has nothing, skips it over to the right pocket to Miles Turner. His 3-point shot no good, and here comes the Chicago Bulls. Giddey, quick 3, up and good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 41-40. The Chicago Bulls are up yet again. Here comes Ryan Rollins. His 3 is up and good off a screen here. And so it is now 42-41? Yep, 42-41. Milwaukee Bucks are up again. And so back and forth between the Chicago Bulls. 5:10 to go. Josh Giddey is headed off the floor, and subs are coming into the game, as this has been a back and forth type of game here after the Chicago Bulls got off to a good start. So here's the inbounds pass to Ayo Dosunmu. Bucks into that zone, top of the key to Vooch. Doesn't have anything, tries to kick it into Huerter. It's knocked away. Here comes Giannis on the break, kicks it over to Gary Trent Jr. His 3, no good. He airballs that badly, and it goes into Giannis's hands. And so I guess, as we say in the gym, nice pass, as he's able to go ahead and dunk that, as it is now 44-41. Here comes Trey Jones crossing it over. He has nothing, leaves it for Kevin Huerter. Right wing, he has nothing. It's knocked away by Ryan Rollins. It's a steal. 3-on-2. Giannis going down the floor, but Ayo Dosunmu comes back and knocks it away for a steal, kicking it over to Kevin Huerter. He's at the 3-point line, dribbles in around a defender, and he is fouled by Miles Turner going at the rim for a layup. And so nice move there from Kevin Huerter. Doesn't settle for the right corner 3-point shot, puts it on the deck, gets all the way to the cup, and he gets fouled by Miles Turner. But more impressive was the play from Ayo Dosunmu, not quitting on the play, getting back. And again, I've been impressed with the way the Bulls have made it challenging for Giannis. So let's see if Kevin Huerter can cash in. So he hits his first free throw. And so now it is 44-42. And here comes Modest Buzelis, as he's been hot. And so Julian Phillips coming off the floor. And here's Kevin Huerter getting set for his second free throw. And his shot is up, and it's good. So 43-44. The Bucks up. Here come the Bucks across the half-court line. Here's Rollins around a screen from Giannis. Back to Giannis. Kicking it over to Miles Turner for 3. Right corner. Good. 47-44. Miles Turner, he's been on a heater. Here comes Vooch. His turnaround shot, no good, and it's rebounded inside by the Bucks. And so here comes Ryan Rollins around Trey Jones to the rim, left-hand layup off the mark, gets his own rebound, tips it in, and it is now 49-43 behind a Milwaukee Bucks 9-2 run. All right, so we are headed to a timeout on the floor. And so, yes, I think that the Milwaukee Bucks have certainly woken up from the first quarter. And let's again see what happens with the Chicago Bulls down 49-43 at this point in time. So, just looking at some of the other numbers here as far as the free throws here. And so, I'm still seeing that Milwaukee total 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Double check that. Actually, Chicago 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Oh, no, both teams. All right. Yep. 3 of 4 from both teams, 75%. Oh, man. Uh, Commercials. Man, 49-43. Come on, Chicago. Yeah, Bucks 8 of 21 from downtown. You got the Bulls 6 of 18, 38.1% for the Bucks right now, 33.3% for the Bulls. Rebounds right now, Bucks 21-19. And the assist totals 14-12. Bulls lead there. So here come the Chicago Bulls out of the timeout. Here's Ayo Dosunmu around a screen guarded by Gary Trent Jr. Now back to Kevin Huerter. Top of the key to Ayo, dumps it down to Vooch, backing down, fakes the turnaround, shifts to his left, throws it up, and it is no good. And a rebound here from the Milwaukee Bucks. Here comes Giannis going baseline, doubled now, kicks it back out to AJ Green over a good contest from Modest Buzelis, but a rebound inside from Miles Turner to make it 51-43. Here comes Buzelis quickly up the court, and he scores the basketball. So 45-51. Here comes Giannis. Got a lot of space, top of the key. And the ref stops the ball here. So it looks like that they're going to go ahead and wipe down the floor a little bit. So here's the inbounds pass for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis, top of the free throw line, working on Vooch. He has nothing around a screen, or he goes to screen Trey Jones. And Ryan Rollins falls down on the ground, and I believe they called the foul on Trey Jones. Kind of tripped him up a little bit, getting around that screen. 11 points for Giannis, 4 of 9 from the field. And I believe that it is an inbounds pass. Yes, it is. And so here comes the Milwaukee Bucks with the inbounds pass to AJ Green around a Giannis screen. He's at the free throw line, up fake. Now he'll kick it to the top of the key. They're inside the Giannis. Quick turnaround shot on Vooch off the glass. No good. And here comes Kevin Herter and the Chicago Bulls. Josh Giddey back into the game, kicks it over to the right wing to Vooch. His three-point shot, it is off. And so it's a rebound inside for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here comes Ryan Rollins crossing it over, going to the cup, ripped away by Kevin Herter, and he knocks it off of his leg. So that turns into a turnover, and the Chicago Bulls get the basketball back. Yeah, it's a great activity there from Kevin Herter, able to get his hands in there and knock it off of Rollins' legs. And so the Chicago Bulls get the basketball back, and Giddey gets it knocked away temporarily. He gets it back, kicks it over to Kevin Herter, left wing three, no good. Rebound inside to A.J. Green. Here come the Bucks. Here comes Ryan Rollins, a crossover, working on Modest Buzelis. He has nothing. Kicking it over to Gary Trent Jr. His shot is up and no good. Rebound to Giddey, now to Kevin Herter. He doesn't have any numbers, and now he waits for Josh Giddey. He takes a step in, steps back, and he hits a three to make it 51-48. So Giddey 2 of 3 from downtown, 12 points, and he's got 6 assists. And so here comes Giannis, switch at the top of the key, going to the rack, misses the dunk, and here comes Trey Jones, quickly ahead to Josh Giddey, and he shovels it over to Herter for the layup, and it's good. So 51-50, the Bulls getting back into it as it's 1:20 to go here in the second quarter. Here comes Rollins, slowing it down, around a screen from Giannis, doubled up temporarily. He'll kick it back to the top of the key to A.J. Green. He takes a three off a Giannis screen. He has nothing. It's tipped back out to A.J. Green. Back over to Gary Trent, driving baseline. He doesn't have anything, throws it away. Here come the Bulls. They got numbers, kicking it over to Kevin Herter, and it looks like that he's under the basket, and the ball is tied up right now. Two players scrapping for it between Herter and Rollins. And let's see if they call a jump ball, when they call a foul, or what this is going to be. Yeah, so Kevin Herter gets caught under the basket, and then it's him and Rollins that are scrapping for it, and I believe it might be a foul called here, but let's see what happens. Yep, it's a foul call on Kevin. Kevin Herter. He actually got the ball ripped away, and then he kind of tackles Ryan Rollins. And so here's the Bucks now. 44 seconds to go. As Rollins has it on the right key, he'll kick it over here to Coffee. Now back out to Giannis, working on two defenders, Trey Jones and Vooch. And he takes a free throw shot. It's up, and it is good. It was just a little bit outside the free throw, but still 53-50, Milwaukee Bucks up. Here's Patrick Williams. Doesn't have anything. He'll kick it back out to Modest. He'll toss it to Giddey around a Patrick Williams screen. Back out to Patrick Williams. Has an opening. Show and go pump fake. Driving down the lane. His shot is up. No good. Rebound inside the Milwaukee Bucks. Here comes Rollins. He's going up. He gets it stripped. And here comes Modest Buzelis ahead to Giddey. 4 seconds on the clock. Driving in off the glass, and it's good. With 1.4 to go, 52-53. The Bulls are able to get a late score in the second quarter. Giannis's shot is up and no good. And it's halftime as the Bulls are down by 1. The Bucks up 53-52. Oh, man. Just got a chance to see Modest's interview with Casey Johnson. He's locked in at this point in time, says to just continue to be physical with Giannis, make it difficult on him. So 53-52, halftime. It looks like the teams are going to go talk about it a little bit here. And so just some of the stats that we got here. And so far, 27-22, the Milwaukee Bucks lead with the rebounds. You got 17-12 as far as the assists, 6-6 with the steals. Total turnovers in this one, 8 turnovers. each way. 24-22, Bulls lead with the points in the paint, and the largest lead for both teams has been 8. Let's see. All right, guys. And so it's halftime at this point in time, 53-52. We just kind of went over some of the stats and everything else. And so, my thoughts here in the first half is just really great start from the Bulls. I think it was a good response by the Milwaukee Bucks. I think that you saw that team really start to get hot, especially when you look at just really some of the stuff that Miles Turner was able to do. Like, I think that that was certainly a big difference, a difference maker here in the first half. And also think for them too, just what they got from Cole Anthony. Like, I don't think that it was necessarily about just the fact that he scored like that, but it's just that they got some good minutes from him. And so right now he's a +7 in the plus minus box score. And, with his 5 points and his 3 assists, like, man, he hit like a big basket at the end of the first quarter. And also, too, he's picking his spots. He's picking the pace up a little bit for the Milwaukee Bucks. I think that that's kind of what they needed to do. Cal Kuzma, at this point in time, he's a +6. So I think that he's doing a great job as far as just finding places on the floor to score at this point. Like, he's not just sitting there just jacking up a whole bunch of shots. And so he got a nice little easy bucket. I think it was a dump down for a layup. And then, just looking at what Giannis is doing. And so Giannis at this point, with those 13 points, it's 18 minutes here for Giannis, but it's been a tough 13 for Giannis. Like, it has not been easy at this point. So he's 5 of 12 from the field at this point. And I mean, I know he's a 0 in the plus minus, but just definitely feels like that he's forcing it. So the good thing is that there's some times where Modest is like actually taking shots and really bailing out the Bulls. And so he's taking like a 3-point shot that was a bad miss. I think some of these like little free throw jumpers and stuff like that, I think he's settling up a little bit there. And then also too, just talking about a little bit of some of the stuff that Isaac Okoro did, I think it helped the Bulls, even though he's in foul trouble there. And so let's see what the story is going to be for him in the second half. And so Isaac Okoro in foul trouble. Trey Jones, I think that, he's been just steady as far as what he's doing at this point in time. It's not like it's a huge impact out there, but still, he's making his presence felt. He's already been active with the steal. He's got the assist as well. He's just scrappy out there. And so good stuff from him. Then you're seeing Josh Giddey with the 14 points, the +11 in the plus minus box score, 7 assists. And so doing a great job as far as setting up teammates and things like that, understanding where he needs to go with his reads. And just, you got to give a lot of players credit because they're shot ready. They've been ready to go ahead and just capitalize on these passes and things like that. And so impressed with what I saw from Jalen Smith, even though he's a -7 right now in the plus minus box score. And so again, good activity. Want to see him kind of pick it up a little bit here in the second half. Right now, Patrick Williams is a +3 in the plus minus box score, 1 of 4 from deep. Then you have Julian Phillips. He's at a -4, doesn't have any points, 0 of 2 from the field. You have Kevin Herter with the 7, and so he's been given some good activity. Ayo Dosunmu came in and hit a nice little straightaway 3. And so let's see if the Bulls can pick it up here in the second half, because defensively, the Milwaukee Bucks struggle. And so I think that if you could just go on a little bit of run, you can get these guys to miss. I think that this is just maybe one of those situations where the Bulls maybe can go ahead and get this dub. So let's see what happens with that. All right, guys. So we're still at halftime. Again, it's 53-52. Bucks is up. See what the Bulls' response is going to be right now. Taking a look at these halftime shows here. And some of the other scores here around the NBA, you got the Grizzlies beating the Mavs 74-51. That's a bit of a surprise considering just really what's been going on there with Memphis. And so they're up over the Mavs. You got the Timberwolves. They are pretty much taking it to the Jazz right now, 79-45. Miami Heat, 72-69. That game into the second quarter, and so they're in halftime as well. Then in the third quarter right now, you got the San Antonio Spurs up on top of the Houston Rockets, 72-64. Detroit Pistons, 74-60 against the Nets. Let's see what we got here. We got Atlanta, 75-66 over the Raptors there. Wizards getting beat pretty badly by the Cavs, 133-99. Got the Magic over top of the Boston Celtics, 100-96. Jaylen Brown got 32 points, 9 rebounds in that one. Some of the late games to go. Looks like we got tonight's primetime game, which is going to be the Warriors versus the Nuggets. Then you got the Thunder versus the Kings. 6. All right, guys. So here we go. We're getting ready to start up the second half finally here. All right. So it's an inbounds pass from the Milwaukee Bucks. And here comes Gary Trent Jr. across the half court line, kicking it over to Rollins. Now to AJ Green around a Giannis screen from three. No good. Tipped around and a rebound for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Trey Jones. Corner pocket to Modest Buzelis. Pump fakes back to Trey Jones. Left hand layup off the glass and good over Miles Turner. So a nice tough layup there from Trey Jones inside to make it 54-53. Oops. Here's Vucevic, top of the key. Here's Trey Jones as he's going up to the basket and he's fouled by Miles Turner. And so it's actually 54-53, guys. Adjust the score here in a second. Trey Jones making his first. And Trey Jones missing his second. So it's actually 55-53, guys. Here's Giannis, top of the key, doesn't have anything, hands it over to AJ Green, tossed it back out to the top of the key, and they try to toss it into a cutting Giannis, and it gets knocked away. Still Milwaukee basketball. 10:53 to go in the third quarter. Here's Rollins, baseline inbounds pass. Over to Miles Turner. He'll skip it out to AJ Green, sets the screen, rolling off of that. It's stolen by Modest Buzelis. He's on the run, quickly ahead. His layup is off, but a good follow from Trey Jones. And so he's had a very good start here to the first half. Trey Jones diving on the ground and almost gets the steal, but knocks it away. But great defense in the backcourt from Trey Jones. So Trey Jones, 7 points, a quick 5 in this quarter. A little bit of a pressure here from the Bulls. Here comes Giannis working on Okoro, spins in and dunks it. Well, that was a grown man move right there. 57-55. Here comes Modest Buzelis. Crossover, doesn't have anything. Top of the key to Vooch. He'll toss it to Giddey. Modest Buzelis around the screen, driving baseline, and he doesn't have anything. Kicks it out to Vooch. His corner three-pointer or his pocket two-point shot, goes down to make it 59-55. Here comes Giannis around a screen, lobs it into Turner. Can't gather it, but does get it back outside to AJ Green. Now back to Giannis. Free throw shot is up and no good. And he misses. And so 59-55. Here comes the Bulls. Here comes Trey Jones on the attack, going right at AJ Green. Doesn't get the foul. Rebounded. Here comes Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. Full head of steam at the rim. No good. It's missed. And it's recovered by the Chicago Bulls. Here comes Modest Buzelis. Top of the key. He doesn't have anything. He'll slow it down, give it to Vooch. And so Vooch will now kick it over to Okoro. Here they are, left three-point shot for Trey Jones. It's in and out, and it's rebounded by Giannis. And here he comes. He'll toss it over to Rollins. His three-point shot, left key, is good. Or left wing. And the pass inside to Vooch, and it's knocked away. Here comes Giannis. Hesitation down the lane, misses the layup, rebound, and here come the Chicago Bulls. Here's Josh Giddey. Tosses it inside to Okoro, pump fakes, back out to Trey Jones, wide open. He kicks it over to Giddey, back to Trey Jones, hesitates, dribbles in, kicks it over to Okoro, gets some body contact, goes up, gets it knocked away, rebounds it. 4 on the shot clock. Josh Giddey, deep three, in and out, no good. And here come the Milwaukee Bucks. So here's Giannis kicking it over to Gary Trent Jr., and he knocks down a three. So they're saying that here on the broadcast, 7 missed shots in the paint for Modest Buzelis, or not Modest Buzelis, but for Giannis tonight. Turnover here for the Chicago Bulls. Milwaukee Bucks get the basketball back with 8:02 to go here in the third quarter. Here's the inbounds pass for the Bucks. Here comes Ryan Rollins across the half-court line, guarded by Okoro, around a screen, back to Miles Turner. He hands it over to Gary Trent Jr., dumps it down to Miles Turner. Free throw shot is up and no good. Rebounded inside to Giannis, barreling in and dunks it over top of Patrick Williams. And they call the foul, and one. Giannis, 17 points and 11 rebounds. His first free throw shot is up, or not his first free throw shot, but attempting to get the and one. He misses it, but quickly ahead from Josh Giddey to Kevin Huerter for a dunk to make it 63-61. Good look ahead from Josh Giddey to a cutting Kevin Huerter. That was pretty big. So it was an 8-0 run here, and then that dunk actually stops that 8-0 run. So the Chicago Bulls down 2 with 7:37 to go here in the third quarter. So it's a timeout on the floor. Seek IFN. What's up, man? So I see that you put hi. So yeah, I mean I'm with you right there, Jeff. Man, hopefully that mantra continues here with the Chicago Bulls. Just stay in it long enough. Stay in it long enough. I think the good thing is that they've answered, and so that's I think been the great thing with this team this year is just the fact that they've responded so well when they get to these tough situations, and so just glad that they're not folding up. And honestly, the longer that this thing goes along and the closer that it is, I think that it really favors the Chicago Bulls. Really, so let's see what happens. Commercials. All right, so looks like that play is getting ready to start back up. And right now, Giannis is a +1 in the plus minus box score with 17 points. He has 5 assists. He's got 11 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Does have 3 turnovers. Miles Turner, 13 points, 3 of 4 from downtown, 5 of 7 from the field. Then Ryan Rollins, he's actually quietly had a pretty solid game. So 12 points, got 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 of 9 from the field. Bobby Portis, 3 points. Cal Kuzma, 5, 2 from Coffee, and then Cole Anthony still with the 5. So here we go. Inbounds pass, and here comes Ryan Rollins working it down to Giannis, back to the top of the key to Rollins. It's knocked away temporarily. Gary Trent Jr.'s got it. Left wing, hands it back over to Rollins, dribbling it in, knocked away, and they call a foul. Wow. I'm not sure about that because that ball looked like that it was pretty loose and up for the taking here, but they call a foul. So yeah, okay. I see the swipe down here from Josh Giddey from behind, so they call the foul. So here come the Bucks. They get the ball back, and here's Gary Trent Jr. Snake dribble inside, and he's able to lay it up in between Vooch and also I believe that was Giddey down there. And so 65-61, Milwaukee Bucks up. Here's Kevin Huerter around a screen from Vooch, dumps it down to Vooch, his runner up and off the rim. And so it's rebounded by Giannis here, 6:45 to go. Driving in, nice little wall defense, kicks it over to the right corner for Miles Turner, and he splashes it 68-61. The Bucks on a 13-2 run. Here's a steal. Kevin Huerter was trying to get it over to Vooch, knocked away. And then here comes Giannis down the court, and he gets an and one to make it 70-61 with 6:23 to go. Bucks opening it up just a little bit. That's a tough foul right there. Like if you're gonna foul him, you gotta foul him hard. So 70-71, largest leader tonight for the Milwaukee Bucks. I believe that is going to lead us to a timeout on the floor. Bucks have their largest lead at 6:23, 70-61. All right. So just some other stats here for the Chicago Bulls. Modest Buzelis, 6 of 7 now, 13 points plus one. Vooch, 7 points. Trey Jones has woken up here in the second half so far. So he had a quick five early, 7 points, 4 rebounds. He's got an assist, 3 of 7 from the field. Still Jalen Smith at 5, Patrick Williams at 3, 9 from Kevin Herter, -10 in the box score. 3 of 8 from field and 1 of 4 from downtown. So these commercials, man. Wow. All right, guys. Look, 70-61. Hopefully the Bulls can go ahead and they can respond back here. So Milwaukee got their largest lead. All right. So Giannis is able to knock in his free throw to make it 71-61. Here comes Josh Giddey, top of the key now after crossing over the half court line, driving in. His layup, no good. Rebound inside. Here comes the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Giannis handling the basketball, dribbles in, and he gets to the rim for a dunk. Miscommunication on defense left a wide open lane for Giannis as he finishes to make it 73-61. Here's Buzelis driving in to a cutting Kevin Herter for a jam to make it 73-63. Bulls down by 10, 5:45 to go, 21-16, and the assist margin right now. So the Chicago Bulls lead in that category. So here's Giannis, top of the key. He takes a free throw line jumper that is off the mark. And here comes Josh Giddey now, bouncing it into Kevin Herter, gathers himself and comes up on the other side of the rim with a nice lay-in to make it 73-65. Kevin Herter, a quick 4. The Bulls respond back to make it 73-65. Looks like we have another timeout on the floor. That's a nice pass right there from Giddey in between two players, and a very nice gather from Kevin Herter. Uses the rim, too, to shield off the defender. Very nice play. right, guys, make sure that you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and definitely follow the channel as we talk nothing but Chicago Bulls basketball daily. Waiting on the timeout to end here and the action to start back until 5:24 to go, 73-65. When we pick back up, Kevin Herter's got a quick 4 that he scored. All right, and so it's an inbounds pass here to Cole Anthony, who's back into the game. Gave the Milwaukee Bucks some energy in the first half. Crossed the half-court line. He kicks it over to Kuzma, waiting for Gary Trent Jr. to come off the screen, and he tries to pass it inside, but it's knocked away. The Bucks recover, and a good come-from-behind block from Modest Buzelis on a driving Miles Turner down the lane. And so a nice recovery block here from Modest Buzelis coming off his man to get the come-from-behind block. Inbounds pass, 4 on the shot clock. Here's Cole Anthony dribbling in, running left-hand shot, and it's off the mark, and it's a rebound inside to the Chicago Bulls. Here comes Josh Giddey. Doesn't have any numbers. Backing down, kicking it over to a trailing Vooch. His 3 is up and good. 73-68. Boy, did the Bulls need that one. 4:41 to go. Here comes the Bucks. Here's Cole Anthony around a screen. He's at the free throw line now and hands it back to Miles Turner, being guarded by Vooch. He shoots over his extending hand, and it's no good, and it's a rebound inside from Patrick Williams. And I believe they are going to call an over the back on Miles Turner. And so some good hustle from Patrick Williams to secure the rebound as Miles Turner hops over his back. So the Bulls on a little bit of a 7-0 run here. It looks like that Bobby Portis Jr. is in the game. One of my favorite Bulls. Wish he was still with us, but he's not. But it's all right. So here comes Josh Giddey across the half-court line. Step back temporarily, feeds it into Vooch, who gets the position for a layup now to make it 73-70. And here come the Chicago Bulls, quickly ahead of the Bucks to a wide open Gary Trent Jr. right wing 3-point shot. No good. Rebound, Josh Giddey. He's on the run. Spins, kicks it over to Vooch. Vooch setting a screen for Kevin Herter, driving in baseline off the glass. No good. Here comes Cole Anthony. Hands it off to Portis. Wide open lane, and he jams it to make it 75-70. 3:41 to go. Here comes Giddey. Back at the Bucks. He misses on a driving layup. It's rebounded by Rollins. He's driving now on Vooch, off the glass. No good. And a tip from Kuzma to make it 77-70. Here come the Bulls quickly up court. Giddey ahead. Now he kicks it back outside, and they will reset the offense. And so here's Vooch, top of the key, hands it to Giddey, a switch for the Bucks. Here's Rollins guarding Giddey around a screen, puts him behind his back, throws it up at the free throw line, and draws the foul. So Giddey letting the ref know that he felt like he got fouled the possession before, but he's able to go ahead and get around the screen, kind of put Ryan Rollins in trouble there, and then he's able to kind of draw the foul and get some contact here. And so Josh Giddey headed to the free throw line with 3:10 to go in the third quarter. The Milwaukee Bucks have had their largest lead, but the Chicago Bulls have continued to be resilient here. And so Josh Giddey misses his first, and here come some players off the bench. You have Jalen Smith coming in, along with Ayo Dosunmu's coming in. And also, too, it looks like that Sims is checked in for the Milwaukee Bucks, and so he's in the basketball game at this point. And so let's see if Giddey can knock down his second, and he does to make this 77-71. So 3:08 to go in the third quarter. Here's Cole Anthony Guarded by IL DeSumo, comes around the screen, barrels into Jalen Smith and throws it up on a nice little floater there. So using his body to kind of shield Jalen Smith and move him out the way to make it 79-71 Milwaukee Bucks. And so here's Jalen Smith. He's at the free throw line, dribbles it now, looking for an outlet, and he'll get it over to Josh Giddey around a Jalen Smith screen, kicks it over to the right corner to Ayo DeSumo, driving the baseline. And it looks like that he is fouled, I believe, there by Jericho Sims. So Josh Giddey going out of the game at this point in time, 79-71, 2:39 to go in the third quarter for the Chicago Bulls. Here comes Trey Jones around a Jalen Smith screen, back out to Ayo DeSumo. DeSumo over to Modest Buzelis, as it looks like it's a little bit of a zone here. He steps back, takes the three-point shots, no good. It's a rebound for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here comes Kyle Kuzma. He's got the ball at the top of the key, working on Patrick Williams, crosses in between his legs, drops it to Portis. Portis backing down, his turnaround hook shot, no good. Rebound inside to Modest Buzelis, coming up the court quickly, sidesteps his way in and throws it up, and it looks like that he is fouled. Got hit by Cole Anthony, I believe, in the face as he was driving in here. And so Modest Buzelis on his way to the line. So, yeah, it looks like that, yes, Cole Anthony was swiping at the ball and actually swiped down and got his face as well. So foul drawn here from Modest Buzelis as he'll head to the free throw line. Comley knocks down the first. To make it 79-72, 2:08 to go. Comley knocks down the second one there as he makes it 79-73. Here comes the Milwaukee Bucks. Cole Anthony crosses over on Trey Jones, strides into Patrick Williams, drives baseline, probes in. Now will swing the ball back outside to Gary Trent, to Kuzma, dumps it down to a cutting Bobby Portis for a layup to make it 81-73. And the Bucks are in a bit of a zone. Here comes the Bulls attacking that zone. Trey Jones in the middle of that zone, and he is fouled by Bobby Portis. It looks like a reach in here. So, yes, a bit of a zone here for Milwaukee to try to slow up the Chicago Bulls. And so I believe Trey Jones will be headed to the free throw line as the Chicago Bulls are in the bonus in the third quarter. As he knocks down his first to make it 81-74, 140 to go in the third quarter. Bulls again, they are in the bonus. Trey Jones able to knock down his second to make it 81-75. A little bit of a back and forth here. 6 of 8 from the free throw line this quarter for the Bulls, being aggressive. The Bucks, only getting to the line twice. And so 1 of 2 in this quarter. And so here's Cole Anthony driving in, and his running layup is good to make it 83-75. And once again, Cole Anthony coming off the bench for the Milwaukee Bucks and giving them some energy. And so here's Patrick Williams, a wide open top of the key three. It is off the mark. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here comes Giannis up the court quickly. Looks like he's walled off by Jalen Smith and Ayo DeSumo. He'll kick it back out to Cole Anthony. He drives in on Ayo DeSumo, doesn't like what he sees, now kicks it into the post on Giannis. His turnaround shot is up and no good. A one-handed rebound from Patrick Williams. And so here comes Trey Jones. Under a minute to go, 47 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's Modest Buzelis, right wing, kicking it back over to Trey Jones, driving in for contact, almost gets the and one as Trey Jones dodging in and just taking it right to the chest of the Milwaukee Bucks. And so continues to be crafty as far as getting his layups up. And so almost gets an and one possibly as the foul is drawn. And again, the Chicago Bulls, they're in the bonus here to finish out the third quarter. Trey Jones rises up and hits the first to make it 83-77. And he makes the second to make it 83-77. 40 seconds to go. Trey Jones 11-9 in this quarter. And there's a shot there from, I believe it's Rollins that comes off the screen here. So 85-77. Here come the Chicago Bulls up the court. 29 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Here's Ayo Dosunmu dribbling it in, shovels it down to Jalen Smith, and he's rejected inside from Giannis. The Bucks had it, but it's a steal by Ayo Dosunmu. And so 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bucks back to a man-to-man defense right now. And so here comes Jalen Smith setting the screen for Ayo. Hesitation on Giannis. Kicks it over to the left three-point line to Modest Bazelis, who's able to knock it down despite the good defense from Cole Anthony to make it 85-80. So into the third quarter, nice jab step from Modest Bazelis, walks it back for a three-point shot. Modest Bazelis has had a very good game. The Chicago Bulls, despite the largest lead by the Milwaukee Bucks in the third quarter, are able to stay within distance heading into the fourth quarter. Let's see if the Bulls can close down the Milwaukee Bucks on the road, down 85-80, heading into the fourth quarter. All right, some numbers here for us right now. So just taking a look at some of the things that are going on with both teams. And so individually, Giannis has 22 points. He's got a +6 in the plus minus box score. He's also got 13 rebounds, excuse me. So he's got a double-double. He's got a 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He does have 3 turnovers. And then Miles Turner, 16 points, been pretty efficient from the field. So 4 of 5 from deep, 6 of 9 from the field. He's also got 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block today. So Miles Turner, +6. Then AJ Green, he's got 3 points. He's a +6, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. You have Ryan Rollins, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals for him, 5 of 10. Bobby Portis, been getting a couple buckets here, especially off these layups and stuff like that. So he's got 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 of 5 from the field. Kyle Kuzma, 7 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist for him. You have Cole Anthony coming off the bench for them tonight. He's been pretty big. So 11 points, 4 assists now, 5 of 12 from the field, and 1 of 5 from downtown. And then Amir Coffey, he's got 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist +1. And so that is the breakdown here for the Milwaukee Bucks. For the Chicago Bulls, Modest Bazelis, he's got 18 points, +6. He's missed 2 shots, and so he's 7 of 9, 2 of 3 from downtown, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He's got 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals in this one. You have Josh Giddey, 15 points, 11 assists, +4 for him. Vooch has 12, +1, 4 rebounds, and an assist for him. So those guys putting up some good numbers. Isaac Okoro still doesn't have anything, been in foul trouble. He does have 4 rebounds in this one. Jalen Smith, 5 points. Kevin Huerter off the bench, 13. And Ayo Dosunmu still with 3. And so here come the Chicago Bulls to start off the fourth quarter down 85-80. Here's Trey Jones with it over to Jalen Smith. Now kicking it inside to a cutting Isaac Okoro. Backs down, kicks it over to the right corner for a 3-point shot for Ayo Dosunmu. He's off the mark, and a rebound here for the Milwaukee Bucks. And here comes Cole Anthony as he's calming the Milwaukee Bucks. And so he's been a calming force for them. Tosses it over to Giannis. Giannis working on Jalen Smith, barrels in, no call, kicks it out to AJ Green, and he knocks down a 3-point shot to make it 88-80. Here come the Chicago Bulls quickly ahead as they have now Trey Jones at the top of the key. He hands it over to a cutting Ayo Dosunmu driving in, and he gets a running layup to make it 88-82. 11:01 to go in the fourth quarter. Here comes Cole Anthony. Now handing it over to Giannis. Giannis, hesitation move, driving in on Jalen Smith, whistle, and the foul. So he scores the basket, and he's headed to the line as the Milwaukee Bucks are now up 90-82 in the fourth quarter. That's a tough play right there. Got to be a bit more physical at the attack as Giannis is just kind of picking his angles and getting downhill at this point in time. He's now got 24 points. He's 10 of 23 from the field, 13 rebounds, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Here he is to try to make it an and one. And his shot is up and good to make it 91-82. And here come the Bulls. Here comes Trey Jones. Over the half court line, double screen set, going to his left, doesn't have anything, fakes the pass, now back out to the three-point line for Trey Jones. Here's Jones, baseline drive to Okoro. He doesn't have anything, swings it to Buzelis, back to Ayo Dosunmu, getting downhill off the glass, no good, but a tip from Jalen Smith, keeping it alive to make it 91-84. And quickly ahead, and there is a foul call as Kyle Kuzma is able to draw the foul. I believe he is headed to the free throw line. So a good move from Ayo Dosunmu driving in, and then he misses it, but Jalen Smith is able to follow up here. And so Milwaukee giving the Bulls a bit of a different look. They're kind of falling into a zone here, and it's like a mix kind of a zone and a man. And so right now kind of slowing the Bulls down a little bit here on offense. And so Kyle Kuzma makes his first shot from the free throw line to make it 92-84, 10:21 to go in the fourth quarter. 3 of 4 from the field for him, 5 rebounds and 8 points. Here's Kuzma. His second shot is up and good to make it 93-84. So here come the Chicago Bulls across the half-court line. Milwaukee Bucks still in that zone. Trey Jones probes in, tosses it over to Isaac Okoro, who's able to lay it up off the glass there to make it 93-86. Here comes Giannis around a screen from A.J. Green, driving in on 3 players, misses it, but he's able to recover and tip it in to make it 95-86. Here comes Jalen Smith, tossing it over to Modest, back to Jalen Smith, backdoor to Isaac Okoro, and he scored 4 here in this quarter, so 95-88. Bulls still in this, 9:36 to go. Here's Giannis, three-point shot is up, no good, rebound inside. Is Jalen Smith quickly ahead to Trey Jones, the look ahead to Isaac Okoro, and he scores again. So Isaac Okoro makes it 95-90. He's got 6 points in this quarter. Here comes the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Cole Anthony dumping it into Giannis off the glass. No good, but he is fouled. So right now, Giannis is set to go to the free throw line here. It looks like that Patrick Williams is getting ready to enter the game. 9:08 to go. No, Giannis here had the position inside. Stacey King making the analogy of a wide receiver down there because that's exactly what it looked like, a wide receiver going up for the fade in the back of the end zone as they're able to dump it into Giannis. And he almost laid it in, but he got fouled. So here comes Patrick Williams into the game, and Modest Buzelis heading out. He's had a very strong game here for the Chicago Bulls. And so let's see if the Bulls can climb back in. Giannis at the free throw line. He's already missed 1 on this trip. And Giannis is able to make his second to make it 96-90. So here comes Io DeSumo around a screen from Jalen Smith, driving in on Bobby Portis. He lays it in. And so Io DeSumo, he's come to life here this quarter as well. Giannis driving in with his left, and he scores to make it 98-92. Back to Patrick Williams. His three is up and good, and the Bulls needed that one. 98-95 with 8:28 to go. All right, guys. So 98-95 here, as I believe it was a foul called on the floor. Here comes Cole Anthony, top of the key, crossing over on Jalen Smith. Fadeaway shot, no good, left it short. Here comes Josh Giddey, galloping down the floor, barrels in, spins, tries to toss it to Jalen Smith off his hands. And it's a turnover here for the Chicago Bulls. Still 98-95, 7:59 to go here in the fourth quarter. Here's Cole Anthony crossing over in between his legs around a screen. He'll skip it over to Cal Kuzma. He's inside the paint now, and he'll kick it out to Cole Anthony again. Switch. Here's Josh Giddey at the top of the key. 1-on-1 with Cole Anthony. Picked up by Jalen Smith. A scoop shot from Cole Anthony. It's missed, tipped around, and a rebound inside with Miles Turner. I believe they are calling a foul. Jalen Smith wanted over the back called, but he's not going to get it. Here's Miles Turner. His first shot is up and no good. So a big-time substitution for the Bulls. Vooch coming in, Modest Buzelis, and Dalen Terry also coming in. Isaac Okoro headed over to the bench. Had a strong fourth quarter thus far. Miles Turner, again, 16 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 5 rebounds. He just knocked down another shot here to make it 99-95. The Milwaukee Bucks are up. And so here's Josh Giddey. He's being guarded closely in the backcourt, gets it across the line. The ball is skipped around. Modest Buzelis shoots a three. It's off the mark. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here comes Cal Kuzma. Quickly up the court. He doesn't have anything. Kicks it over to AJ Green. Corner three-point shot. No good. Rebound, Modest Buzelis. He's on the run. Defender coming from behind him, and it's knocked away by Cole Anthony, as that's a steal. Definitely shouldn't happen. So somebody should have told him that somebody was trailing here, but it turns into a turnover, and the Bulls lose the possession, and it heads back to the Milwaukee Bucks. Kickball. Man, you've got to say somebody is coming or watch your back here as Modest Buzelis gets it taken away from Cole Anthony. Ball hawking from behind. And I believe we have a timeout on the court. 99-95, or right around 6:59, I believe, left here in this game. And so the Bulls heading into clutch time at this point in time down. I agree, Jeff, man. A lot of nervous fans here in Milwaukee land for sure. Hopefully the Bulls, man, can kick it into overdrive here this last bit of time. So timeout on the floor, 99-95 right now. Again, is your score. If you're just tuning into this one, Giannis he's had a good game, but you're going to look at the stats and you're going to see the 30 points and the 30 minutes and things like that. It's been times where it's been difficult for Giannis, but then there's been times where he's been able to get what he's needed. But, I think that the Bulls, for the most part, they're hanging in there. And so let's see if they can just string together some stops here. And so it just seems like the Milwaukee Bucks have been able to get on a bit of a rhythm. I think that when you look back at this game, I think that Cole Anthony's really his impact off the bench has been huge for the Milwaukee Bucks because if you notice when he's in the game, it really takes the ball out of Giannis's hands, and the defense is not able to just load up because he's sitting there at the top of the key, kind of playing this point forward. And so by taking Giannis off the ball, it's allowing him to really relocate in the post or to get it, where he wants to go ahead and turn and go at the defense. It's a much closer shot, and he's able to possibly draw the contact. And so I think that that's the impact that you're seeing from Cole Anthony as a true point guard for this team. And so he's done a great job off the bench for them. As far as the Bulls are concerned, I think that one of the impact players that has been out there for the Bulls has certainly been what we're seeing from Kevin Huerter. I like what we saw from him off the bench. Io has knocked down some stuff here in the fourth quarter. I think when you look at the starting unit, players are starting to come alive. And so Trey Jones has really come alive here in the second half. He's got 11. Then also to Isaac Okoro. Look, he's been at 0 for quite some time, but he's got 6 here, just finding ways to just be open and things like that. And so let's see, if these guys can find a way to dig out another win here against the Milwaukee Bucks. And so this is a cup game in Milwaukee. Bulls down 99-95, getting ready to come out of the timeout here. 15-14 in this fourth quarter so far. The Bulls lead 32-28 in the last quarter. The Milwaukee Bucks won that. And so here's the inbounds pass over the Rollins. Rollins now, he's at the right wing around a screen from Miles Turner. Probing in on Josh Giddey. Doesn't have anything. Dumps it down into Giannis, turning and dunking it. As Giannis got some deep position there to go ahead and dunk it down for 2 to make it 101-95. Here comes Josh Giddey up the court, tosses it over to Vooch. Vooch left wing to Modest Buzelis, and he is off the mark. As it is still 101-95, 6:22 to go. Miles Turner, his three-point shot is up and no good. Rebound inside to Josh Giddey, quickly ahead to Dalen Terry, barreling it in, and he goes up for a layup, and it's knocked away, but it is a goaltend call as Giannis got to that. And so that should be 2 here for the Chicago Bulls. And so it is 101-97. Credit Dalen Terry, showing no fear, going right at Giannis and the defense. Here comes the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Kuzma, guarded by Dalen Terry. Now over to A.J. Green around a screen. Hesitation. Kicks it to the corner. Rollins, three-point shot up and good. Got just enough space, and he was able to knock it down to make it 104-97. Timely shots for the Milwaukee Bucks here with 5:42 to go. Here's Vooch. Handoff to a cutting Buzelis. Around him, he has nothing. He stopped back to Giddey, top of the key. Dumps it inside to Modest Buzelis, switching to his left, and a nice finish in there to make it 104-99. 5:22 to go. 14 on the shot clock, and here comes Giannis taking a 3 and knocking it down. I was just going to say, you would give him that 3, and man, what a big shot from Milwaukee at this point in the game. Giannis knocking it down to make it 107-99. As we're headed to another timeout on the floor, the Bulls down 107-99 in the fourth quarter. Can the Bulls string together some stops and get back into this game? All right, guys. And so if you are just joining us here on the live stream, the Milwaukee Bucks up 107 to 99. It was a hot start for the Chicago Bulls. The Milwaukee Bucks were able to jump back in. They got their first lead of the night in the second quarter. Again, Giannis has had a very up and down type of game. He's missed some of these 3-point shots, and man, he just hit a big one just now to make it 107 to 99. The Bulls have been right there. They just need to get some stops and be able to capitalize on these possessions. I feel like that there's a lot of players that have really come to life here in the second quarter, or not the second quarter, the second half, I should say. And so let's see if that's going to be enough for the Chicago Bulls. And so they're within striking distance here in Milwaukee, a cup game. And so this was last year's, I believe, they're the defending champs from last year's cup play, are the Milwaukee Bucks. Geez, 35 points for Giannis at this point in time, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He's a +8 right now. Giannis. Giannis got 20 points for the Bulls. He's got 8 rebounds today, 8 of 12 from the field. He really came out, had a good start, 2 of 5 from downtown, 2 of 2. Josh Giddey, 15 points. He's got 14 assists. Wow. Yeah, 6 rebounds here. And so kind of flirting with that triple-double yet again. Vooch, 12 points, 4 rebounds. He's got an assist as well. 5 of 11 from the field. So 107 to 99 at this point in time. Giannis having a pretty good game here. See if the Bulls can climb back in and make a run. So here they come out of the timeout. It's handed off to Trey Jones. Trey Jones across the midcourt line. A little bit of a man press. Now they back out of it. And so here's Vooch backing down on Miles Turner. Kicks it out to Trey Jones. Jones crossover, corner 3-point shot. And it looks like that it's deflected, a scramble on the ground for it. And it looks like that Milwaukee comes up with it. And so here comes Giannis up the court to Rollins, driving in on Giddey. Didn't have anything around a screen now at the free throw line. Fakes the pass and an alley-oop to Giannis to make it 109 to 99. 10-point game with 4:33 to go. Here comes Josh Giddey. Step back 3, no good. Tipped around, rebound, and here come the Milwaukee Bucks. 4:19 to go, 109 to 99. Here's Giannis, top of the key, working on Okoro, setting a screen here for Rollins, diving in, throws it up, no good. And the Bulls had it, tossed it right to Miles Turner, crossing over, going down the lane, throwing it in. And I believe he is fouled. Making it 111 to 99. Here's Miles Turner. His shot is up and good. He makes it a 3-point play to make it 112 to 99 with 3:58 to go in this game. So here comes Josh Giddey handing it over to Vooch. Vooch setting up a screen for Herter, driving in, kicking it down to Vooch. Got good position, turns around, hook shot is up and good to make it 112 to 101. If the Bulls are going to mount a comeback, they're going to have to put it together right now. And so here comes Giannis, top of the key, Slowing it down. Bucks in no hurry. 9 on the shot clock. AJ Green to Giannis, two-man game. A screen for Kuzma, alley-oop to Giannis, but it's knocked away by the Bulls. Kicked around to Rollins in the corner for three to make it 115 to 111. Or 115 to 101. I'm sorry, 115 to 101. So a timeout on the floor. Looks like that they're looking to review a play here. So 115 to 101 right now. The Bulls down with 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I believe they're reviewing if it was a charge or a block on Josh Giddey here. It's close. All right, so the call stands at this point in time, 115 to 103. Believe they call that the player was moving here, so it's not a charge on Josh Giddey. Inbounds pass to Josh Giddey. Giddey hands it over to Herter, quickly down to Vooch, and he lays it up and in to make it 115 to 103. Here comes Giannis across the half-court line. Ryan Rollins with it, dribbling in, probing the baseline, kicks it back out to Miles Turner. He'll kick it over to Giannis. Double coming, up and under move, kicks it out to Miles Turner. His three is up and no good. Rebound inside with Vooch. Quickly ahead to Trey Jones. Kevin Herter lets the three fly, and it's no good. And it is a rebound inside to Rollins and the Bucks. And they're across the midcourt line with 2:20 left here. And so here's Giannis taking his free throw shot, and it is up and no good, tipped around, and it looks like that the possession is going to go to the Chicago Bulls. So still 115 to 103, Milwaukee up. Time running out here for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Josh Giddey around a screen, top of the key, hesitation, driving in, throwing it up with the left hand, no call. No call. And so it's a rebound inside to the Milwaukee Bucks. And they're in no hurry. 1:52 to go, 16 on the shot clock. Here's Rollins at the top of the key, around a screen from Kuzma and Giannis. Crosses over. AJ Green fakes the shot, dribbles in to a cutting Giannis for a layup to make it 117 to 103. Here come the Bulls quickly up court. Trey Jones up and under move to hit it off the glass and score it. to make it 117 to 105. A minute 31 to go. Pressure in the backcourt. Here come the Bucks. They get it over easily. Giannis full head of steam going at Vooch, and Vooch wraps him up and he fouls him. So here's Giannis with his first shot from the free throw line here. And it's up and it's good to make it 118 to 105. Here's Giannis, knocks down his second. Big pair there for the Milwaukee Bucks here late in the game. And here come the Bulls. Here comes Josh Giddey across the half court line, driving in his floaters up, no good. I believe they will call a foul on the play. That's Kuzma who fouls him here. Here's Trey Jones, inbounds over to Josh Giddey, guarded by Kuzma, around the screen. Looking, finding Modest Buzelis, setting a screen, and giving it over to Vooch. Vooch tried to dump it down again, but it's knocked away by Miles Turner. So 107 to go. Josh Giddey splitting the double. It's knocked away. And here comes the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis with the basketball, picked up by Vooch. He's not in a hurry to get anything going. 56 seconds to go on the clock here. And this looks like that it's going to be the end of the line here for the Chicago Bulls tonight. So a handoff to A.J. Green, his three-point shot, top of the key, no good. And a rebound. Here comes Trey Jones crossing over, splitting the double off the glass, and good, as it is 119 to 107. Bulls pressing in the backcourt, and I believe it is a foul here in the backcourt with 37.9 seconds to go. And let me see, I believe it's A.J. Green that's headed to the free throw line, or A.J. Green was the player that got fouled here. And so 6 points, 2 of 8, 2 of 8, 2 from downtown today. So really uses 2 and 8, 2 of 8. And so it was Rollins that actually got fouled. And so Rollins heading to the free throw line. He knocks down his first to make it to 120 to 107. Bucks up with 37.9 to go. They're in the bonus as well. And he makes the second. Quickly ahead is Kevin Huerter, gets his shot blocked. And here comes A.J. Green up the court, 27 seconds left. Kicks it over to Miles Turner, dribbles in, hands it off into Kuzma, and he tips it back up and in to make it 123 to 107. Here's Modest for 3. No good. Rebound, Trey Jones. His pump fake off the glass, and it is good to make it 103 to 109. 10.9 seconds to go. Quickly into Giannis. Giannis dribbling it over to Miles Turner. He'll take a 3. Wide open shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net to make it 126 to 109. And I believe there's a foul here on the court with 2 seconds left. And so this is it for the Chicago Bulls tonight as they get beat by the Milwaukee Bucks 126 to 109 here. And so still 2 seconds left. See if there's any more points to be had, but this is it for the Bulls tonight. Now they are heading to the free throw line, and Josh Giddey misses his first. And Josh Giddey makes his second. So 126 to 110. As the ball is knocked away and stolen by the Chicago Bulls, they lose tonight, 126 to 110 in Milwaukee. Tough game for the Chicago Bulls. Never really got a chance to climb back in. And I want to thank everybody out there that went ahead and took the time to look at the live stream today. Make sure that you like and you subscribe and follow the channel as we talk nothing but Chicago Bulls basketball. Definitely feel free to give us super thanks and super chats and all that stuff like that. We're going to be talking a little post game after this game. And so the Chicago Bulls fall to the Milwaukee Bucks. And so appreciate everybody out there that watched the live stream. We will be back with a post game here today. And so, all right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Go Bulls and peace.